1629. Bamberg Castle, a torchlit dungeon. Anna Schwartz, a German noblewoman, screams as a wooden wedge just 8 inches wide slowly splits her body in half from below. But here's what turns your stomach. The executioner isn't just killing her, he's taking notes, timing her survival, recording every scream like a scientist in a lab. This device? The Spanish donkey. And what I'm about to reveal will shatter everything you think you know about medieval justice, because this wasn't punishment, this was profit. By the end of this video, you'll learn 3 things that will keep you awake tonight. Why executioners called this device merciful compared to burning. The Spanish queen who used it on her own noblewomen, and the financial scheme behind every sentence. Why this torture was engineered for women's anatomy with horrifying medical precision. If you're fascinated by history's darkest secrets, hit subscribe now, because what's coming gets worse with every minute. Let's descend into the nightmare. Europe, 1400 to 1700. The Inquisition is in full swing. But here's what they don't teach you. This wasn't religious zeal gone wrong. This was systematic, calculated, profitable. The Spanish donkey emerged in Spain's Inquisition, late 15th century, then spread like a plague across Germany, France, and the Low Countries. Church records claim it was for 3 crimes: heresy, adultery, witchcraft. That's the sanitized version. Now imagine 1620s Bavaria. You're a wealthy widow. You own land, gold, a business. You refuse a marriage proposal from a church official's nephew. Within a week, 3 strangers testify you danced with demons. You're arrested. Your property is seized by the church. Sentence: the Spanish donkey. Here's what nobody tells you. The device wasn't primitive. It was engineering genius. Metal? Too smooth, too quick. Wood? Splinters, tears. Ridges carved to maximize damage, but avoid arteries. The structure? 7 feet tall, shaped like a sawhorse. Top, a 45-degree wedge. Victim? Stripped naked, hoisted above, slowly lowered until the wedge enters the perineum between genitals and anus. But that's just the start. 1577, Spanish torturer Pedro Ruiz writes a manual, Método Preciso de Agonía, hidden in Vatican archives until 1889. Translated into English only in 1994. It says, wedge angle must be exactly 45 degrees. Why? 40 degrees penetrates too fast. 50 degrees doesn't go deep enough. 45 degrees splits muscle, deflects around bone. The wood? Rough on purpose. Splinters up to 3 inches break off inside. They pierce tissue but seal small vessels, no quick bleed out. Goal? Not death, confession, then spectacle. Weight protocol. Average woman, 120 pounds, settles in 30 minutes. Add weights to ankles, but never over 40 pounds, or internal bleeding kills too fast. Average survival, 4 to 6 hours. Longest recorded, 17 hours 43 minutes. Ruiz's manual even has a chapter, Signs of False Confession. If victim lies to stop pain, continue torture. But the real horror? Who decided which women ended up on the donkey? And why? 1998. Historian Dr. Friedrich Miersbach analyzes 847 execution records, Bamberg 1627 to 1632. He cross-references victim names, property records, tax documents, inheritance claims. Result? 87% of Spanish donkey victims were women who owned property. Not accused of property crimes, owned land, businesses, assets. Example, Margarita Herbert owned 3 acres plus textile workshop. 1628. Accused of witchcraft by late husband's brother, who wanted her land cheap. Trial, 1 day. 3 paid witnesses. Same day as arrest. Property transfer document. Church seizes land. Survives 4 hours. Confesses. Burned. Land sold to brother at half price. Pattern repeated 739 times in 5 years. But one woman broke the cycle. Drop a 1 in comments if you're still here. Like, subscribe. Katharina Henot, richest woman in Cologne. 1627, accused of witchcraft. Survives 6 hours on the donkey, no confession. Why? Her lawyer son threatens to sue the church, open financial records. Result, released, property returned. She spends 3 years documenting every execution in Cologne. Her ledger still exists in Cologne City Archives. 1630. Doctors take oaths to heal, then accept double salary to attend executions and take notes. 1689. Physician Dr. Jan Schultes publishes Observaciones Anatomicae. Appendix 7, 23 pages on Spanish donkey executions. Translated only in 2003. He writes, muscles contract around wound, slows bleeding, but increases downward pressure. Executioner's trick. After 90 minutes, add 10-pound weights per ankle. Prevents sudden muscle failure. Extends survival to 8 hours average. Schultes sketches internal organ displacement during torture, not post-mortem. German Medical Board revokes his license in 1691, not for torture, but for publishing church methods. 1689. Executioner Hans Schmidt, 56, 18 years, 312 women, walks into a monastery, demands sanctuary, hands over a diary, 847 entries. Each, victim name, survival time, church officials present, wagers placed. Example, 17 June 1683. Elsa Hoffman, 44. Survival, 5 hours 22 minutes. Weight, 35 pounds. Bishop Ferner and Canon Fleck wager 50 guilders. Winner, Canon Fleck. Guess, 5 hours 30 minutes. 183 documented bets, 1671 to 1688. Total wagered 12,000 guilders, nearly $23 million today. Church officials adjusted weights to win bets. 1690. Diary published, riots in Bavaria. 1692. Pope Innocent XII bans the Spanish donkey. Reason? Not torture. Gambling scandal. But ban ignored. Last documented use, 1874, rural Spain. Total death toll, 1490 to 1874, 3,000 to 5,000 women. Real number, unknown. Records destroyed. Surviving devices, locked in museum storage. Official reason, too disturbing. Real reason, evidence of systematic femicide. 1948. UN Universal Declaration of Human Rights, Article 5. No one shall be subjected to torture. U.S. 8th Amendment. Cruel and unusual punishment. Geneva Conventions. All built on the graves of women like Anna Schwartz, Margarita Herber, and 847 documented victims. Their suffering wasn't meaningless. It exposed what happens when institutions weaponize pain for profit. Final question. If you lived in 1680s Bavaria, would you speak out, knowing you might be next? Comment below. If this disturbed you, watch my next video, The Judas Cradle, the device historians erased. Link in description. Subscribe for more uncomfortable truths textbooks hide. I'll see you in the dark.